Hey guys, well, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela, and I am a spiritual awakening coach, an insight energy healer, and a fear alchemist. So, if you don't know what a fear alchemist is, I basically help people to integrate their shadow self through awakening. So, what I am talking about today is some of the things that no one is talking about spiritual awakening because one, I'm really kind of pissed off about it. And so I want to get into it, but let me hold on one second. I'm going to go live on Facebook as well. So super exciting. Okay, so what nobody tells you about a spiritual awakening. And if you're going through one right now, okay, so what are some of the signs? Basically, if your life is flipped completely upside down right now, you're more than likely going through a spiritual awakening or starting to go through it. So, what I'm talking about right now is the things that no one is discussing about a spiritual awakening, which is actually what it is. And what it is it is integrating your shadow self or your subconscious mind into your consciousness. And through that process, you come to the truth, the real truths of the universe. So let's talk about first what is love and light, okay? Because a lot of spiritual people say this. And one of the things, obviously, love is nurturing, kindness, gentle, peace. But what is light? Okay. So light is truth, you guys. And the truth is not always what you want to hear. It's not always pleasant. It sometimes hurts very bad. And so that is what light is. So if you hear the term light worker, that is someone who's not all, peaceful and peachy and, of course they're kind, but they're speaking the truth. And that may trigger some people. And that's okay, because that's what the entire point of a spiritual awakening is. You're going to get triggered because when your subconscious mind, when those limiting beliefs, those hurts, those traumas start being triggered in you, that's when you actually become aware of them. That's what has to happen during a spiritual awakening. So if you are, and I want to say this in the most kind way, but it's also going to be very true, is that if you are following someone who has not experienced this type of an awakening where it is extremely painful, like myself, the last 4 years has been unbelievably difficult. And that's why a lot of people right now don't even realize that they're actually going through a sort of spiritual awakening, because it is the most traumatic, difficult, painful thing you will ever experience. And what it truly is waking up to your shadow self. Okay, so what is that? It is your insecurities, your fears. So basically, all of your fears have to come out of you and be exposed. That's not pleasant. So, why I am getting so frustrated at the spiritual community is just that it, it's like they're making it seem so pretty and so love, and it's really not. And so many people are waking up right now and coming to the truth, and it hurts. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm here to tell the truth. That's my job, and the truth will set you free, but it hurts in that process. And what it comes down to is basically everything that you've experienced in your life that you think someone else did to you, or you are offended by, or you are hurt, or you are in fear of. Through the process of integrating your subconscious mind to your consciousness, you will realize it was always you. I think that's what hurts the most. Coming to the realization that it was always you, and just not taking responsibility for your actions. And that is why the process can be so difficult. So what a light worker is someone who has gone through this spiritual awakening and purposefully is going to have pretty much a very similar experience to you. So like myself, I have gone through this process the last 4 years of my life, and every moment of it was very fearful and traumatizing, and everything that I thought was how the world works, you basically get slapped in the face and shown that that's not the truth, which is what is happening in the world right now, right? Like everyone's going like, what's happening in the world? How come this is all happening? And that's why people like myself have gone through this ahead of time, so that we can actually stand up and speak the truth and tell you and actually be there for you when you have to go through these hurtful processes. Now, the good thing about it is people who are standing up right now and really speaking the truth, like myself, I have made it a process of integrating your shadow self 1,000 times easier than how I had to go through it, because I didn't have a spiritual mentor, or, I had God. And luckily, when I did go into more of the Christian side, I had my dad and my stepmom, who are amazing, and that helped me so much. But if you don't have anyone, or honestly don't know what you're even dealing with, it can be the most scary experience. So, I just want to, I actually can't help myself. I have to start speaking the truth, because that's what God does. Like when you're done with your integrating your shadow self, you literally have to. Like I can't even hold it in anymore. I just have to start speaking the truth, because I know what people are going to start experiencing, and I'm here for you. So, that's what no one is talking about when it comes to the spiritual awakening. You do not have to be spiritual at all. You don't have to be spiritual. It is, like I said, waking up to your true self and the truth of the world. But because we've all been conditioned in such a way that's not the truth, it hurts. It hurts. There's no other way around it, because we want to hold on to, what we've known. And so change is difficult. So that's pretty much what it is. It's if you take the process of a butterfly, like a caterpillar, and then, going into the cocoon and then having to break out of it and become a butterfly, that's the same thing as a spiritual awakening. And like I said, so many people are starting to experience it. So I just had to speak out, because like the way that the spiritual community is talking, it's just all, oh, you're supposed to be so peaceful and happy and joyful. And yes, you will get to that place, but the process in between is extremely painful and difficult, and having to let go of things that you've always known your entire life and come to a whole new self and become that butterfly that you truly are inside. So that means everything in your life will get flipped completely upside down, and it's like having to start again. And so what I have been doing the last 30 days is really building up my business, but to bring to you guys a process of how I integrated my subconscious mind, which is just your fears, your hurts, and your traumas, in a much easier way. So I am building that out right now, and I will be sending out information because I'm getting so many people that are like, can you help me? What's going on? And if it's depression and anxiety and fear, that's okay. That's going to happen. And there's a really easy way to integrate that process. So I will be sending out emails, and I'll probably do a Facebook Live about it, because I'm going to do a founding members launch. And it's almost like a trial or a pilot run of the program that I'm creating to help people go through their shadow work, and have someone that they can be with throughout that time. So it's going to be something that comes at a much lower cost, so that we can work together and see what's best for everybody to work it out. But how it's going to work is just integrating that shadow self, and really at the other end of it, you come out your best, most amazing self. So that is something to look forward to, but the process can be very difficult in between. So I just wanted to speak that out and speak the truth, which is the love and the light. Light is truth. So, I'm doing this live on YouTube and Facebook right now, but if you really feel like you are going through a process like this and you need some help, if you're on YouTube, then put some comments down below and let me know what you think you really need help with the most. I would love to be able to bring more content to help you guys work through this. And same on Facebook. You can go ahead and just put that in the comments. I'm really excited for everybody, but at the same time, I'm like, just preparing, because I think that so many people out there are like, oh, it's all amazing and we're perfect and we're happy and we're this, and that's great. And you will get there, but the process in between. So it makes it almost like you don't understand what's happening to you in the process. And like I said, you don't have to be spiritual. It is an awakening of who you truly are and how the world works, the truth of the world, which is cool. But so if I do have an insight session that helps people to be able to reveal their fears, hurts, and traumas. And if you are going through this process, it's really an amazing way to be able to reveal these things. And that is the first step to an awakening process, is revealing your hurts, traumas, and fears. When you reveal them, you can acknowledge them. That's the first step. So I have a process that really helps you to do that, to be able to release them. The whole process of this, if you're really struggling inside and you're super depressed or have anxiety through the roof, or you're just hurting inside, this process will help you to become aware of what that is inside of you. And then you can be able to start to work on those things, which is what I'm probably doing a membership course is going to be about. So my free gift is the revealing process of that. And then we're going to be working through those together. So that's basically my truth right now. I just needed to get it out for people that are hurting. And yeah, it's what it really comes down to is if you feel like I want to pinpoint it for you because I remember when I first started it, it was like I felt like I was in a box, but I needed to be out in the circle, if that makes any sense. Like I felt like I was being held in a box or trapped or um, depressed or oppressed. Like that's how I remember feeling when my awakening started. And it was like I knew I needed to be, you know, in the circle, instead of being held down in a little box. And I knew that there was a way to get from here, from the little tiny box that I was in to the big circle, but I didn't know how to get there. That's kind of how it felt. And in between that is a whole bunch of pain, because you're going, I know that I'm supposed to be doing this, or I'm supposed to have this amazing life. Like I know it inside of me, but now my whole entire life just crashed. And now nothing looks like it's was supposed to. So what's going on? And getting from that process to where you're supposed to be is that is the spiritual awakening process. So that's all it is. And I just wanted to bring that. So if anyone is, thinking that they may be going through it, you probably are. So I will leave the link down below in the comments on YouTube. And I'm not sure for the insight session if I can do that on Facebook. I think I can. So I will try to do that. If not, you can go over to YouTube and check it out there. So I hope you guys have a great night. If you have any questions, you can email me. My email is lakinsights@gmail.com. And I'm so happy to help anyone who needs just a little guidance right now. So have a great night, you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.